Today's MVS shines on this 2008 Smart Fortwo Passion. The Fortwo, or as most people call it simply, the Smart car, has been in production since 1998 and is currently in its second generation for 2008. The Smart brand is also a division of Daimler AG. The Fortwo is classified as a city car. Its name is based off of the amount of people who can fit into it. The Passion model is the middle trim level, above the Pure trim, and below the Passion Cabriolet. Within the front lenses sit the standard projector beam halogen headlamps. The Smart emblem sits at the end of a small hood just above the black mesh grille. If you look closely, the front end kind of resembles that of a smiling face. The front bumper includes several mesh air dams and lower black body cladding. The Fortwo is 106.1 inches long and sits 60.7 inches tall. Today's Fortwo Passion is featured in the crystal white exterior color with black safety cell accenting. Though the body panels are consisted of thermoplastic, the Fortwo shell is a steel cage known as the Tritium safety cell, which has had good and exceptional crash testing reviews. A fixed antenna sits right in front of the driver's door. The mirrors are black capped and are fully powered as well as heated. The door handles are also finished in black plastic. Amber side markers are placed in front of both doors. Rear air dams are placed behind the doors. The Fortwo sits on these 15-inch cast aluminum rims with 155/60Rs up front and 175/55Rs in the rear, with a front disc and rear drum brake setup. ABS, traction, and stability control systems are all included. The rear tail lamps are divided into two separate lenses. The top of the rear bumper includes heat extractor vents. The bumper itself includes black body cladding and a hidden exhaust port. Once you glance inside the Fortwo's cabin, you'd be surprised by how much room and comfort there really is. The Fortwo also includes dual front, dual side, and dual curtain airbags as standard safety equipment. Today's seats are featured in the design beige color scheme with unique pattern and black mesh seat backs. The seats are manually adjustable. The two-tone door trim includes a silver door handle, your mirror and window controls within silver accenting, and a small door pocket. The dashboard is simply designed and quite organized. The driver is placed in front of the simple gauge cluster that is made up of a 100 mph speedometer and a digital display. The display features your odometer, trip computer, current gear selection, a clock, the outside temperature, and a fuel gauge. A 7,000 RPM tach and an analog clock sit at the top of the dashboard. The driver grabs onto a leather-wrapped steering wheel with silver spoke accents. Behind the side spokes sit the pneumatic shifting paddles. On both sides of the steering column are nicely placed storage pockets. Your turn signal stock features your exterior lighting controls. The right stalk controls your wipers. The climate controls are nicely placed in between the center air bezels. The left slider controls your fan speed. The right slider controls your temperature, and the rotary knob controls your air positioning. The stereo featured is an AM, FM, CD, and MP3 player. A 6-disc CD changer was optional. There is also an auxiliary input jack that is provided within the glove compartment. The bottom of the center stack includes your door lock controls, your emergency hazards, and your tire pressure monitor reset. The glove compartment is decent. Under the dash sits a 12-volt power outlet. The floor console includes 2 cup holders. Four coin slots are placed in front of the leather-stitched shift lever. Behind it sits the ignition switch and the handbrake lever. The ceiling includes sun visors with a passenger vanity mirror. The glass roof includes a mesh sunshade. To release the service flap, just unlock the 2 tabs within the grille and simply remove it. Underneath sits essential fluid reservoirs for engine coolant, brake fluid, and windshield washer fluid. The flap is held on by a strap. To open the liftgate, pop the glass first and release the 2 tabs on the sides of the tailgate. The back of the Fortwo can range from 7.8 cubic feet to 12 cubic feet of cargo room. The inside of the tailgate also provides more cargo space. To access the engine compartment, pull up on the carpet and remove the peg to remove the floor. The Fortwo is powered by a 1-liter 12-valve 3-cylinder that provides 70 horsepower and 68 pound-feet of torque. This engine makes an EPA estimated 33 miles per gallon in the city and 41 miles per gallon on the highway. The Fortwo also features an 8.7-gallon fuel tank. The transmission is a 5-speed semi-automatic. I must say, for the engine being pretty much inside the vehicle, right behind the passengers, it's pretty quiet. That being said, we're going to go ahead and take the short test drive portion of this feature. Just around the dealership lot. It feels kind of funny driving something so small. Turn this off for a second. Transmission has some got like a quirky shiftness to it. I've been told about that before. In between gears there's like a lapse. The steering is pretty tight. It's a lot easier to steer the steering wheel when you're actually moving the car. It's kind of hard to steer when there's no motion. I guess it would have to take some getting used to. Alright, and that's going to go ahead and conclude it for the test drive portion of this feature.
And that concludes today's MVS on the 2008 Smart Fortwo Passion. I'm Michael Adams, and I'll see you guys next time.